So, I already thought up of a name idea for this YouTube video, and it's called Why Superkillers. Superkillers, as 150 people know on Webtoons and 210 people know on Twitter, plus some bots or X, whatever you want to call it. Right. It's a dumb name. Um, they know that Superkillers is my comic, and I wrote it for one very simple reason. I'm tired of sympathetic villains, and villains that are supposed to be intended villains are not written as villains. And also, not gonna say, I'm just not gonna lie, it's just untouched real estate. I don't think there's enough villain stories out there, and they have to work. They do work. Just look at all the mob movies and mostly mob movies like Goodfellas and Godfather. These are not good people, but yet they are highly successful movies, and they work and they're revered as classics and all that. But yet, somehow, when it comes to the comic book genre, or sometimes even manga genre, though I think it's had made a lot more progress in that direction, they seem to kind of overlook the untapped potential of supervillain protagonists for some reason. And that's what Superkillers is. It's just tapping into that untapped potential. Supervillains are. We've been hearing hero stories for quite literally thousands of years or more. It could even date back to prehistory. But we rarely get the villain's perspective. And I don't mean that in a sympathetic way. I mean that in a functional, utilitarian way. The evil hat. I think when you write a good versus evil story, a lot of times people think evil has this inherent flaw, and of course, evil is evil. But there has to be something functional about it that makes it persist, that makes it a generational and even constant throughout all of human existence or even pre-existence. So what makes evil tick? What makes it persist? What makes it stay? What makes it just function? And that's what this is about. This and I think mob movies were a good blueprint for that. And I take a lot of inspiration from Scorsese movies. And I guess where I'm going with this is villains are functional. Evil is functional to write. You just have to see how they work. Because again, the problem with good versus evil stories when the heroes are protagonists is they just assume evil doesn't work and it's gonna have some inevitable downfall. But if that were the case, evil would not exist and it would not persist. And Superkillers is really about how it quietly triumphs, how it quietly keeps on creeping, how it persists even. And I think it's very interesting to see how it works. And that's what it's about. Jack, for example, is a pure evil character, and of course he didn't start out that way. But I don't intend for people to at any moment sympathize with his actions. Maybe with people like Ev or Jason. Hell, maybe even Frank. But I think it's more. I think villains have a lot of appeals that is also untapped. There, you can have that Schadenfreude, where you just enjoy the sadism with them, like Alucard from Helsing. Or you could understand them, but not relate to them, like Joker in Joker. But I don't know. I guess it's just. I think Superkillers, more than anything, is an answer to why not, but also to do a lot of epic fights. Yeah. Also, it's just cool. I think it's just cool.